This is Bryson Faller, Boss Talks on the Rooftop, and we are live here at Cigar Jungle. And I got the best honor because he don't really talk to nobody. Man, I feel special. I feel great. Mr. John Gilmore. What's going on, family?
What's going on, brother?
It's all good, man. Well, I'm glad to be here, man.
Glad to have you, man. You know, you've been asking me to do this for a minute, man.
Yeah, y'all see the hesitation? I have been, and I appreciate you really carving out some time to hang out with us and let us take over your establishment. You being such a gracious host because you brought out the scotch.
Yes, sir.
He done brought the good
Cheers.
stuff. Cheers, man. He done brought out the good stuff.
12-year age in the Japanese.
That's smooth, baby. I thought it was gonna have a little more bite to it. It ain't got that much of a bite.
I try to keep it smooth.
Yeah. Try to keep it smooth. Y'all hear that? So John, let's get into Cigar Jungle, but let's talk about like a little bit about your journey, right? Because a lot of people you stay really under the radar, and you try. he really tries to stay low key as possible, but my man is the teeny lion from Penn State, right? Uh, Defensive end, tight end, former NFL player, now serial entrepreneur. You got a lot of things going on, man. And this is Boss Talks on the Rooftop. So this is where bosses talk and we expose your rooftop moments.
Okay.
So what was that like with being an athlete, right?
Well, I was kind of a late bloomer, so to speak. I started off playing basketball. I mean, obviously, growing up here in Texas, from Houston originally, um, everybody plays pee wee football.
Yeah.
You know,
Since
played
time before.
baseball. Wasn't a sport pretty much I didn't play.
Mm.
And as I got a little older, got into high school, played my freshman year. Um, Year didn't really go as planned. It was kind of one of those things, and came out second year, sophomore year. Um, Ended up playing basketball. Um, After I got hurt, I tore my ACL
Oh wow.
my sophomore year.
Damn.
Played a couple games playing tight end, tore my ACL. Um, didn't have surgery, believe it or not. Doctor said that the muscles in my knee were strong enough to where I didn't have to have surgery at the time.
So you just running around a bunch of scar tissue.
Bunch of scar tissue. No cartilage in my knees
Yeah,
to this day. So basically, I went out. A week later, I was in the gym dunking the basketball. And from there,
you just God-given athlete.
just natural talent.
Yeah.
You know, and more so worked hard at it because people said I couldn't do it. So it basically gave me a drive and initiative to keep going and pushing that much harder.
Right.
You know, so I ended up getting on a traveling team called the Houston Hoops. Played with a couple guys that you may know, Steven Jackson, David Boston, Odell James, um, Calvin Murphy Jr., Michael Blunt, et cetera, et cetera. Played
Right.
with a bunch of guys that went on to either play professionally or knock on that door, had an opportunity to try it out with some teams.
Oh wow.
And basically, we ended up winning a 17 and under national championship. Um,
Oh, y'all was real.
oh, yeah.
Y'all was real.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. See.
A lot of people always, look at my size and swear that, they think I couldn't hoop. But could jump out the gym,
Yeah.
played every position except point guard.
Yeah, I don't see you being a point guard, but
But I played every other position. So doing that, like I said, I just focused more and more on becoming a better athlete, working on my body, got off into college, um, had opportunity looking at different schools growing up. It's crazy because when I look at some of the kids today, and like even my son, going back and looking at his journey trying to play basketball and stuff, and being recruited by some schools, and I just wasn't on the same path he was on. I'd say, like, I had schools, and some of the schools I looked at, and like it just wasn't even a thought.
Right.
And it wasn't that I had a big head. It was just like I had a certain vision in my mind where I wanted to go, how I wanted to play, like who I wanted to play for, opportunities. My opportunity was I wanted to win a national championship.
Right.
I wanted. I mean, who didn't want to play ball?
Right.
At a high level. So I got that opportunity. Um, got to school my freshman year. Um, because I ran track, I developed a stress fracture.
Damn.
I developed a stress fracture, and I had to sit out first half of the year.
Like, was it like in your foot or in your shins?
It was in my shin, on my
Yeah.
in my right shin. Developed a stress fracture, and at the time, the doctor was like, "You can either keep going, try to rehab, or you can say, hold on, take a timeout, and let it heal up." And so I chose to let it heal up
Yeah.
because otherwise I was looking at a nasty break.
Right.
And so that's no good for anybody.
At all.
So basically, I just sat out a couple months, rehabbed every day, got it strong, and came out ready to play that second semester.
So where'd you end up playing ball at?
So after college,
Yeah. Well, in college.
well, in college, started off in Wisconsin. After my freshman year, I was not very happy. So I had opportunities to transfer, looked at several different schools, i.e. Alabama, Temple, a couple other schools, and then had the opportunity to go play overseas. Then my uncle, rest his soul, because I was leaning more towards going to play ball in Italy.
Oh wow.
My uncle talked me out of it and told me I needed to go to school.
Yeah.
So I ended up going to Tyler Junior College.
Okay.
Came out of Tyler, All-American. From there, I went on to Oklahoma State.
Wow.
Played at Oklahoma State. Went to the NCAA tournament every year. Lost in the Elite Eight. After that, I had a little more eligibility left, and ended up going to Tennessee State, working on my grad school. Played a year, and one of the coaches at Oklahoma State, who I knew from Houston, coached at Texas Southern. Ended up being at Tennessee State. They tried to get me to come out and stay and switch sports at Oklahoma State. I didn't want to do it. Didn't have anybody to really guide me in that right direction.
Yeah.
Hindsight's 2020.
Yeah.
Everything. I should have stayed and should have just took that initiative to play ball. Ended up going to Tennessee State, walking across campus. It was pro day. And the guy said, "Man, just go out and just run the 40." I said, "Man, I'm not running no damn 40."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Man, they'll bring you into camp. Somebody pay you $40,000, $60,000 just to go to camp.
Just try it.
Just try it." And I was like, I got to thinking about it, and I was like, hell, I'm graduating school, applying for jobs. At the time we were in a bad job market.
Yeah.
Applying for jobs and couldn't really find anything. I was graduating from school. I said, well, hell, I'll give it a try. So I went out in some Converse, literally.
No cleats.
No cleats. Went out in some Converse, and they timed me. I ended up running a 4.5.
Man.
So at the time, I had several teams.
Your big ass is moving.
Yeah.
I just want to know, like, guys, if you haven't had the chance, the pleasure of meeting this man is a giant. He's what are you, 6'8", 6'7"?
6'7". Right at 6'7".
6'7". I knew I was gonna get it. I knew I was gonna get it. But he's a giant of a man. There's tall people, right?
Right.
But you have your body mass is compiled of stuff like pure muscle. It almost looks like. I can only imagine what you look like back in the day. You know, I can only imagine like, who was that?
Right. So like I said, I got out. I was sitting at right about 285 at the time, and
And you ran a 4.5.
ran a 4.5.
That's crazy.
In Converse.
That's crazy.
And from that standpoint,
imagine if you had cleats.
From that standpoint, coaches were like, "Boy, you don't know what you just did," and I'm like, "Tell me, I don't know."
No, what
I'm
I
thinking
do?
nothing of it. I called my brother at the time, and I'm telling him, and man, he was yelling through the phone, and I'm still really not realizing the magnitude of it.
Yeah.
And I had several teams. Indianapolis Colts, Minnesota Vikings, a couple other squads that were looking at me to play both ways, looking to bring me in as tight end, defensive end. Things went on, didn't get a call. Draft happened. Kind of got discouraged a little bit. Still looking for something to do after college. Still applying for jobs. Went back home for a short period of time. And one of the guys called and said, "Hey, we need some film on you." So I ended up moving to St. Louis, playing arena ball, and picked up some game film. Played a few games. Played defensive end, got some game film. Then I had season started. I had a couple teams reach out to me again. They got a call from somebody I knew from Houston back in the day. May heard of him, Alonzo Highsmith.
Yeah.
Friend of mine, good friend of mine, called me up, and at the time he was a recruiter for Green Bay Packers.
Man.
And decided that he said, "Man, we're gonna give you a shot, man. We want to bring you in." I'm like, "Okay."
Bet.
Said, "Let's do it."
Yeah.
So at the time I moved here to Dallas, my brother, towing company, working a towing company. We just growing the business, doing emergency roadside. Company's called Cars Towing.
Yeah.
Been in business over 27 years now.
Man, that's a
thankful
blessing.
to God, that's a blessing. But we're sitting there. Hadn't worked out in months, Basically, we're just working every day and eating good, drinking good, just, living life.
Right.
My brother also played several years in the league. He played tight end, Houston Oilers, Roger Lewis.
Yeah.
We were just sitting around, man. Like we started working out, but nothing too strenuous, nothing heavy, but just to stay in general good health.
Right. Staying active.
Say that again?
Staying active.
Staying active, basically. And Lonzo calls me again and said, "Hey, man, you ready?" I said, "Yeah, man." I'm like, "What's up?" He said, "Well, we're going to give it a couple weeks, right in the middle of the season, blah, 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 blah. Got a lot of things going on. We're going to bring you in." I'm like, "Okay." A couple weeks pass, don't hear nothing.
Yeah.
Calls again. "Hey, man, you ready?" Like, "Look, dude, stop playing with me. You
Stop
keep calling
playing.
me." I'm like, "Man, like, I ain't got to do this. Like,
Right.
I'm cool." Like, "Oh, man, I'm serious." So, okay. Said, "Send your ticket next week." Next week comes, don't hear from him. So now I'm getting pissed off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Man, now you wasting my time. You just playing with my emotions. Like, it's all good." So I'm not working out at the time, not doing anything. Playoffs come, get a call. Said, "Hey, told you we're gonna bring you in. You ready?" I said, "Man, I don't believe nothing you telling me, man."
Not until y'all send the ticket, not until you send the paperwork.
So he said, "Okay." Next day, this is before internet really starts blowing up, all that, where you can really go online and purchase tickets and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I get a DHL package in the mail. It's a plane ticket. Northwest Airlines was no longer in service.
Right.
Sent me a plane ticket in the mail. I'm like, "Oh shit, this is real."
Yeah.
So look at my brother. Everybody is from Dallas, in the Dallas area, knows about Famous Hill, over off 20 and 45. They call it the hill.
Yeah.
A lot of former athletes, Cowboys, whatever. That was the hill that everybody trained on.
Yeah.
Me
Running
and my
that thing.
brother got up. He said, "Boy, if you make it, I'm gonna get back out here and start training." So we got up. We went to 45 and 20, hit that hill
Yeah.
nonstop,
Yeah.
up and down, 10 times. Boom, 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 boom. 3-4 days. I was like, "This is it. This is my shot.
Yeah.
This is all I got." Like, got on that plane, went up to Green Bay, flew in, facility, met everybody. Lonzo met me. Go in, time for my workout. Doing all my drills, whatever they asked me to do. Worked out for about 2 hours or so.
Yeah.
Went back to the locker room. A couple other guys in there, working out as well. Come back, he said, "Hey, we're gonna sign you to a contract."
Man.
Shocked, I was confident that I could, do it. Just natural ability, the desire, my heart, I knew that I could.
You can
get
actually
it done.
get out there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I just wasn't gonna go out there and embarrass myself.
Right.
They signed me to a contract. Ended up playing NFL Europe. Moved to Tampa, training camp there. Played over in Amsterdam
Man.
a couple years. Back and forth. Green Bay. Get back. Season starts. Practice. Locking up the guys. Ended up taking a hit to my knee.
Damn it.
At the time, they moved me to 3-tech, so I'm wrapped up with a guard and a tackle. Guy comes down.
That's when they could double team and high-low you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Things have changed
You
now,
youngsters don't know nothing about that. Like, you in the trenches. It get real grimy in the trenches. So it used to be like when you was engaged with a lineman, another lineman can come and hit you in the back of the knee or in the front of the knee. They call it a chop block, but it ain't legal no more.
It's not legal technically anymore.
Yeah.
There's some stuff they can still get away with, but
Yeah.
that's technically not legal. Back then, I mean, my day we played, there was no coming across the middle. You came across the middle, you got your head.
You got knocked out. Yeah.
Now, you come across the middle and it's free for all. You can't touch them. So different day and age, but what happens. I ended up taking a hit to the helmet to the knee. Ended up tearing my ACL again, same knee.
Damn it.
Tore my ACL, MCL, tore cartilage, ended up plica, which is ironically right now in today's game, if you listen, it's the same thing that Max Crosby basically has going on right now.
Really?
Yeah, and so it's one of those things where it can go either way.
Yeah.
So I basically just set out the rest of the year, rehab, went on IR. Off season, had an opportunity to go to Houston. Dangled a bunch of money in my face. I'm thinking, hey, I get to go home.
Yeah.
Play for my home city, Houston Texans.
Right.
Second year of the organization. Get an opportunity to go home. I'm thinking, man, I get to be around family, home. Boy, was that not a smart move.
Why is that?
Not a smart move, man. I tell anybody, man, a lot of times, as you see, things happen, man, you have too many distractions. You start having family and friends, constantly calling you. Everybody wants something. Want tickets, want you to go hang out here, want to do this, that, whatever, man.
A lot of noise.
A lot of noise, a lot of background noise, man.
Yeah.
It was just not the best decision for me, man. I should have stayed where I was at. But again, hindsight's 2020, But worked out. I ended up going back to Houston, rehabbing. Had another injury while rehabbing in Houston. Ended up staying there year and a half. Then getting waived injured from that situation. Um, During the time I was going back to California, um, rehabbing in California. Moved to Cali, Sacramento, out there rehabbing, working out. Got bored.
Mm.
Uh, I'm also a gadget geek. My nickname is the Gadget Man.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, any kind of gadget I pretty much got.
Yeah.
Keep my hands on. I'm always looking for the latest and greatest.
So
You know,
you get you one of the motion movers, or you
I don't like the camera, man.
I know.
You don't have to call me out like that.
I got to, man.
It's all good.
I have to harass you while I got time to harass you, man.
It's all good. But no, so ironically, went into store, was looking for something for cable, switch cable, back and forth, analog cable. At the time I'm playing PlayStation, needed something to put on the TV.
Yeah.
So I go in the Radio Shack.
Mm.
Shout out to Radio Shack. No longer in
No
existence.
longer here.
Hey, I walk in.
We're dating ourselves, man. Because come on, hold on, man.
It is what
Time
it is,
out,
man.
baby.
The classic.
Radio Shack, huh? The young people are like, huh?
Hey, based out of Fort Worth.
Yeah,
right
man.
here out of Fort Worth.
Man, yeah, they were based out of Fort Worth.
Yeah.
That's why we
where it
had
all
so
started.
many of them here.
Yeah. So walk in the Radio Shack, go buy an RF modulator, see a sign coming out, paying assistant managers. Back then, I mean, we're talking 25 years ago,
Yeah,
they're talking about paying $60,000 starting out,
yeah.
I'm thinking,
That's some money back.
I'm like,
back
man,
then.
that's pretty cool. And I'm like, hell, I ain't doing nothing. I'm rehabbing, I'm still getting paid.
Mhm.
This would be a side hustle,
Yeah,
just something to do, get out the house, talk to him. Boom, I get hired. So now I'm working Radio Shack. Start off as assistant manager, making good money.
Mhm.
Then I'm my kid in the candy store. I got all my gadgets. I can play with everything. I build stuff. I mean, I was, into different kind of radios. Anybody that doesn't know, back in the day, Radio Shack was where you went to and got all your parts.
all
for
your parts.
anything electronic, anything that you wanted to do. That's where you went to.
Yeah.
Radio Shack. I mean, we had a section in the store that was just strictly for all kinds of tiny parts to fix anything.
Yeah,
So we get out there, and I'm working, grinding. Cell phones come out. At the time, it's funny because backing up just a little bit, playing overseas in Europe. I had a lot of guys overseas, living overseas, traveling, and the different technology that you see is so advanced in a lot of cases because everything here is regulated by the FCC. So sometimes things are held back
right,
on our end.
right.
I remember
Until they're
being
ready
over
to
there.
clear it.
Yeah, I remember being over there and guys were having camera phones that were 3 and 4 megapixels in 2002. 2002, we didn't even have a megapixel camera in the United States.
Right.
They were already at 3 and 4 megapixel cameras.
Yeah.
And they were already on slim profiles. They didn't have blocks, whatever. I mean, I've had a cell phone since probably 92.
Yeah.
Or actually a little before 92, I had a cell phone. I mean, so, block phones.
The block. Yeah.
Then
my,
you come out the
my first
Motorola
cell phone was
flips
Nokia.
yeah.
The Nokia brick. Like,
So, looking at all that stuff, man, times changed. But, I'm in the store and, I'm working for Radio Shack. We selling Sprint. Sprint came out with the Samsung VGA 1000.
yeah.
It was a 720 megapixel camera.
Mm.
And we thought we were doing something back then.
Mm-hmm.
And sold cell phones, man, quickly elevated, went up to a manager, ended up being a district manager, over 60 stores. Ended up moving from Sacramento to Alabama, managing stores in Alabama. Then kind of got tired of Radio Shack. I could kind of see some of the stuff that was happening with the company and whatever, and ended up moving on to T-Mobile. Became a regional manager with T-Mobile.
Oh, wow.
Moved to South Carolina. I was part of an acquisition group where we actually went in and took over the Carolinas and replaced the company regional carrier, which is like Cricket. or Metro PCS in some areas,
Right.
called Suncom. Went in and replaced them with T-Mobile. Um, Basically shut the whole market down.
Yeah.
And had an opportunity, came up. They didn't know how long that position was going to stay open, so ended up moving to Atlanta with T-Mobile. Stayed in Atlanta, went to AT&T, back for T-Mobile, whatever. Kept getting offered more money, making money, you know. And in my pastime, I ran poker shows in Atlanta.
You can play poker?
Absolutely.
See, I ain't dealing with you.
Absolutely.
I ain't dealing with you.
I used to run poker shows, man, 100 to 200 people at a time, 6 to 7 days a week.
Damn. You have poker shows here at Cigar Jungle?
I have not implemented that yet. I've had a lot of people ask me about that.
How you gonna be a poker man and you ain't got a poker game going on, man?
Man, you know, sometimes, man, you grow,
Yeah.
you leave stuff behind.
See, I'm an agitator.
Yes, you are.
What I do, I agitate people into doing stuff that they waiting on. That's what I like to do. So I'm gonna agitate you while I got your time.
It's a possibility, man. Nothing's out of the realm. You know, it's always a possibility to do something like that. Like I said, I have a lot of people who have asked me to bring that here. And in the future, we may revisit that. But this time, you know, I just want to keep everything simple, smooth, give people a quiet place to smoke and chill, have conversations, you know, meet people. You know, try not to have all that extra stuff going on.
Right.
You know? I mean, there's a place and time for everything.
Right.
I just haven't figured out how I want to try to implement that in the business as of yet.
And keep it uniquely you.
Right.
No, I get that.
Like, then the other thing is, I mean, if I do that, hell, I want to play too.
Right.
So that's
you don't have to have an owner's game, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like the members, if you become a member, you can be in the owner's game. But if you just, you know, you come and you patronize the lounge, then you can play on in the regular term. But when you come to the owner's game, you know.
So,
you like how I segue into like getting part of the group?
That. Yeah. So I mean, like I said, we may revisit that. A couple things on the horizon that, you know, always looking at new things, trying to innovate and be ahead of the game, but just to give people something else to do.
Right.
So backing up, you know, like I said, I went back and forth between T-Mobile, AT&T. Then there was the economy crash that happened back in right before,
08?
like 08, 09, etc. I was just chilling, man. I took a couple years, didn't really do anything, just traveled the world, and played poker. Like I said, literally, that's what I did every day. My brother gave me a call and we talked about another venture with the towing stuff. Talked about getting into private property towing.
Yeah.
And asked me to come back to Dallas. I was hesitant at first. I was enjoying my life.
Right.
I was kicking it every day.
Right.
I mean, probably partying a little too much. But ended up
moderation.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't no moderation.
It wasn't.
It was all the way up.
Yeah.
So ended up, my brother talked me into coming back to Dallas. Came back to Dallas, and we ended up going into a different sector of the towing, went into private property towing. You don't know what that is. Private property, basically towing anything from grocery stores, churches, schools, any kind of business, whatever, apartments, whatever.
Kind of.
Unfortunately,
you ain't hit me a few times.
Unfortunately, you've been a victim.
I've been a victim,
but you've been a violator.
So what?
Yeah, you've been a violator. You know, nobody's off limits.
What? See, that's crazy, man. Like, hey,
nobody's
man,
off limits, man.
Can you tell the man that? Give me my truck.
Hey, man, like, you know, late nights, you know, sometimes things happen. You get a little lazy and.
Lazy, I'll be drunk.
Well, you said it, I didn't say it.
Hey,
you said it, I didn't say it.
I'm up front with it. Hey, yeah. I'm too sauced to move. Like, it'll be there. I'm gonna get up early. And then I get up and it's not that early, but I'm still here. Why?
Car gone.
Car, car gone, truck gone, headache still strong. Like, why?
Now you got a real headache.
Yeah, now I got a real
Now you got to
headache.
get a ride.
Yeah.
You ain't come pay for it.
Like, man, look here, I ain't trying to hear all this nonsense. And then I gotta harass you every time I see you. And that's why I'm gonna harass you now.
Oh, this is called payback, huh?
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm petty like that.
It's all good, man.
So guys, anytime you mess with me and I'm close to you, I'm gonna harass the hell out of you. You know, do your job, do your business, whatever. But I'm still getting grief about it. So what was that transition like for you? Like taking everything that you use, because like it sounds like you got a lot of discipline to take on becoming management in a major corporation, a Fortune 500 corporation. You go from Radio Shack to AT&T to T-Mobile in the tech world, and then you translate all that into the towing sector. And now we land here to, because you still have the towing business, and amongst the other few businesses we ain't gonna get into, but we know you got a lot of going on in the background. But now we're talking about why we are here at Cigar Jungle. Why cigars?
Well, funny thing was, in the interim of that, as you said, like, man, I'm always looking to do new things. Always just trying to stay busy, staying ahead. Maybe, maybe I have ADHD. I don't know. I
No,
can't.
you're like me. You like
You know,
you
I
hate
just
being bored.
yeah, yeah. And I mean, that's the thing. Is like I figure like once I conquer something, then it's like, okay, what's next? So
Right.
it's just always constantly moving on to the next thing. After moving back and doing the towing thing, um, we started really moving into the repo side of things also too. That was another segment of that.
Mm.
Doing the repossessions. Um, then one day, we towed for the city of Dallas for over 20 years too. I mean, so all that part of that whole towing mixture. One day, um, going out to dinner with my lady and going down to Torelli's, one Italian food, going down to Torelli's
Yeah.
over off Greenville Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
And believe it or not, I got a car on the back. I'm in the tow truck with a car on the back.
Yeah.
Here I'm in shorts and shirt, whatever. Walk in, my money green. Like, you're going to either take my money or you're not.
Right.
I walk in, ended up meeting a guy and his wife. I'm an avid bourbon drinker, scotch drinker.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting at the bar, guys trying to decide what kind of bourbon to get with old fashioned. I make a suggestion. Him and his wife falls in love with it.
Mm.
It's all she drinks to this day. Having a conversation, she said, "Honey, you need to offer him a job." No, I'm doing the touring thing.
Yeah.
But again, as I say, I get kind of bored.
Yeah, you're right.
Whatever, same thing, monotonous every day. Offers me crazy deal. I can't really refuse.
You're right. Can't pass it up.
So I go into metal building components. So I began selling steel from Dallas to Mexico.
Wow.
Did that for 10 years
Mm.
and basically decided that, hey, this is what I'm on right now. I have my path. Then I kind of got bored with that, kind of got bored with that and decided one day, said, man, I've had enough of this, and walked away and was actually traveling. I just started traveling again, real heavy, traveling countries, just always on the go.
Yeah.
I was actually in Belize celebrating my birthday, get a call.
Love Belize.
Potential.
My daughter's
I do
half
too.
Belizean. Shout out Belize. Love you guys.
Get a call, possible opportunity of Cigar Lounge, opening up for sale. Like, that'd be kind of interesting. Been smoking now about 30 years.
Yeah.
Said, man, that'd be kind of cool. Hell, I already smoke. Give me something to do, make some money,
Yeah.
pastime, opportunity for people like myself to be able to come in, sit down, have conversations, meet people genuinely, um, network.
Right.
Giving us a place where, man, you don't have to worry about walking in and somebody mean mugging you and music stops and you're looking at you like, what you doing here?
Right.
Like you're in the wrong place.
Right.
We're creating a place for us to be able to sit down and everybody just feel comfortable. And like, I tell people my doors are open for everybody. I want everybody to be able to come in and mingle. I don't care where you're from, age bracket, whatever. Everybody sit down and be able to talk, have real life talks, real conversations. You never know who you run across, how you can benefit just from sitting down and having a simple conversation with somebody.
True.
So that's kind of how I got into the cigar deal. Like I said, it was just I wasn't looking to do it, so to speak. I mean, it was just I saw an opportunity and just said, okay, this is something different for me to try.
Right.
Accomplish. I mean, I've ran businesses, small, large, etc.
Right.
So it was just an opportunity for me to try something different.
I can dig that. See, you got bored in one thing, you want to conquer another thing, then you get bored in that and you conquer another thing. A lot of people say, don't get bored with the don't forsake the boring, right? Because the boring is the process. And for me, it's more so like I like to speak language. I like to speak money in different languages, right? So if we talk in technology, we can talk technology, and we can have a conversation on how to get to the money, right? And then for you, it's like, okay, well, technology, towing, we repoing, steel, football, to like it's. I love that you're more than one thing, right? And you're showing that there's so many different avenues to get to the bag.
It's always money.
You
Money,
know,
money, money, money is out there to be made. It just depends on if you want to go make it.
absolutely.
Another thing I don't talk about much, but
No,
in the
no.
livestock as well. You got cattle, so
Hey,
that's a whole nother animal.
hey. Our
Um,
brother in Jay Merrill Cigar Lounge. He in the livestock. He put me on game for livestock. Let me know, but you over here selling cattle and whatnot.
it's a lot of things out there so that's just one of the many things, man. And
Mm,
just trying to free up time to be able to do more things like that. I mean, I love to fish,
mm.
hunt, all that stuff, man. I'm an outdoors guy,
Right.
so
See, I'm a fisher guy. I fish. I'm a
yeah,
fisherman.
okay,
You know,
yeah,
night fishing is the best fishing to me because like not everybody out there on the lake.
yeah,
A lot of them are scared to be on the lake. And then two, if I stay out till like 2, 3 in the morning, I'm gonna catch them when they waking up and they ready.
oh yeah.
So
What you like to fish for?
I like sand crappie. I like bass. I like sand bass. I like crappie.
Okay.
So catfish, because I can catch a lot of catfish at
Right.
one time, and we can have a fish fry. But like that crappie, for whatever reason, the meat is a little bit sweeter to me,
Oh man.
and that's just me. Good old paper mouth is what we call
Oh, absolutely.
it.
So man,
Yeah.
growing up, my family's from Louisiana.
Mm,
Um, growing up in Houston, going out, so I fish saltwater and freshwater.
mm.
So
You got the best of both
best of
worlds.
both worlds.
Yeah, yeah.
Hell, there's spots in Louisiana you can fish that brackish water, what
Mm,
you call it. A few spots here in Texas too, where you got that brackish water where that water mixes
yeah,
salt and fresh water.
yeah.
So you never know what you're gonna catch.
That part.
So
So my uh
I'm a
my
big
friend,
offshore guy too. So like love red snapper,
yeah,
love to go fish red snapper, tuna, whatever.
I like grouper.
Oh, I love grouper too.
I like grouper. It's big, giant, ugly fish, but it tastes so clean. It tastes phenomenal. I prefer grouper over any other fish.
Yeah. So you got the different types of grouper out there. So you got the strawberry. I mean, there's so many. You go on and on, but
I like that ugly mother jumper. That Goliath.
oh
That,
yeah,
that Goliath grouper is nice. I don't know what it is. Ugly as hell, but tastes delicious.
grouper is a great tasting fish.
Mm. So
What's going on, bro?
What up now?
My brother just walked in.
How you doing? All right. Working a lot. You pop in over here if you wanna say what's up to the people.
What's going on? How you doing, sir? Bryson, this is my brother Rod.
What's up, baby?
Rod Lewis, sir.
Bryson Faller. Nice to meet you. So I'm gonna ask you this because we're on cigars now. 30-year humidor, time capsule. What are you putting in your humidor and letting it sit for 30 years and then come back to it? You got top five.
There's a stick, man, that I wish I could find it. I haven't seen it in a while. Been looking for it for a couple years. It was made by Bombay, or M Bombay. It's called Gaja.
Yeah, Cigar on 35 got them.
I'd love to see it because from my recollection, they stopped making them altogether.
Shout out to Chris Moore. I know a guy.
Okay.
I
Well,
know
I
a
damn
guy.
sure take a look at it because
got you.
I have about 3 left, and I've been holding on to them forever. It's definitely one of my top 5. Um,
Was that in a Cameroon wrapper or something like that?
yes.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I know
Next
exactly
time I
what
see
you're
you,
talking
I'll shoot you a picture of it just so you see what I'm talking about.
about. Yeah.
I'm a big Fuente fan. Ida Bull.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
That's that Don Carlos, right?
yes.
Yeah.
Um, Also, which my brother called me about earlier today, asked me about. But I got a couple rare boxes of things that very, very limited editions. One, which he was calling me about, Carlito Fuente Jr. actually signed the box.
Oh wow.
It's Forbidden Heaven and Earth. Uh,
See, I ain't even seen that. I didn't know that was that.
oh man, it's amazing stick.
Yeah.
That one and a rare black that I have. Then probably the Oliva Melanio V number 4.
It's a bad stick.
Um,
It's a bad stick right there. Good choices.
yeah,
Good choice. Damn good choices. Man.
it's probably
You got an expensive taste.
I do.
I
I like what I like. So I
Yeah.
mean, I don't necessarily consider it expensive. I just consider liking what I like, and hey,
It is what it is.
if I can enjoy it, I'll enjoy it. If I can't, then I can't. I
Right.
just have to wait till I can again. You know.
Big facts.
So I'm not gonna abuse my palate. Um,
Right.
in the meantime, to satisfy a temporary feel.
Right.
So I can wait on it. I'm just gonna wait on it.
I hear that. So going into the next thing, what would you gift to leave a lasting impression? What cigar would you gift to leave a lasting impression?
Hmm. I guess it all depends on the smoker, right? Because
Say that let's expand on that, right?
yeah,
Say there's a true cigar smoker. You know him, right? Because a lot of people are like, do I know him? Or is this just somebody that's, walking by, right?
I got another stick too. I forgot. Go ahead.
Go ahead, tell us the other stick.
I'll go ahead.
All right, but you know him, but it's one of those things like, hey, I thought about you here. We use Mr. Rod as an example.
Maybe I know what he likes, which is funny. How my brother got even started smoking cigars because he used to talk so much noise to me about it. Would never thought I would see him smoking a cigar.
Really?
Yeah. But something that I would give to somebody, experienced cigar smoker, but maybe just period. We talking about just period.
Period.
I mean, I really like that Eye of the Bull with Don Carlos. I just think that that's a phenomenal smoke. Really sneaky. Um, Size, flavor, consistent all the way through. Um, is that of maybe a Drew Estate Feral Pig?
I haven't had that one yet.
You haven't had that.
I haven't had that one yet.
Might have to turn you on before you leave.
Hey, I appreciate it. Turn me on to something new.
Might have to turn you on. Have you had the Audible?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I'm like, I know where you at.
Yeah.
I can pinpoint where you at. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I like your palate, man.
Yeah,
I can dig with it.
So, I mean, like, I'm a little over the place with some things, man. One of the other sticks that I like that you talk about expensive, man. They're expensive, but and I remember back the first time I ever had one, a Davidoff. I always thought I was like, man, this is overpriced and overrated. Then I got a hold of a certain line of sticks that they make, the Colorado Claro.
Okay. Now we're talking about something.
And I really enjoy that smoke.
Yeah. So now
like
we're
I
talking
said,
about something.
I look at that stick and it's got a price tag on it for
Yeah.
everyday smoke. So it's one of those things, you smoke occasionally, like several other sticks out there, but I do enjoy that stick as well.
But your champion stick is gonna be Eye of the Bull.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, it's really hard to beat anything on the Don Carlos line.
Yeah.
To beat.
For you.
I mean,
And that's what's so good about like being a brother of the leaf. Like we can appreciate this.
absolutely.
Right? You said you were thinking about smoking, would never think about smoking, but now you enjoy a stick. We're able to sit here and have true camaraderie and be unified for our love of the leaf. So I love cigars for that.
Absolutely.
I
mean, it's like golf, right? If you play golf, cigars and golf go hand in hand.
Absolutely
right?
hate it.
You can literally.
I'm a top golfer. I'll drive. Yeah. I'm the guy drinking and smoking cigars on the golf cart.
I got you.
So that's me.
But I mean, it's a thing where you can come together, man, and kind of forget about all the everyday things that go on. You can just kind of let stuff go by the wayside. It gives you a small little window, man, to release some of the pressures from the everyday, that you do. So like smoking cigars, like you said, brings people together. Obviously, if you drink, you have a libation, nice cocktail to go with that, pair it with that, enhances your experience.
Right.
So.
No, keep on.
Yeah, just I enjoy it, man. But like I said, it just relaxes me, gives me an outlet.
I can dig it. So, how can we find you? How can we connect with you?
So Instagram, Cigar Jungle Co at gmail.com is the email, and Cigar Jungle Co on Instagram, Cigar Jungle Company spelled out on Facebook. You tag us on there. Forgive me I got a TikTok set up too. Trying to remember my handle. I think it's Cigar Jungle Co on TikTok as well.
I mean, all the social
all the
platforms.
social platforms.
Cigar Jungle.
I'm still
CEO.
learning the TikTok. I haven't mastered that one out yet.
So TikTok, hey, go check out Cigar Jungle CEO. Guys, that's on YouTube, on Instagram. Make sure you like, share, follow Cigar Jungle CEO. Come down here for a visit. Take a look at this humidor, and patronize the lounge. Come actually hang out, smoke, get to know the man, get to know the people here, and you never know who you're gonna run into when you're down in the jungle. So Cigar
know.
Jungle, appreciate you for hosting us, bro.
Oh, man,
Appreciate
appreciate
you,
you, man. Yes, sir.
man. It's all love, baby.
Yes,
So
sir.
guys, remember to like, subscribe, share the channel, and remember, storms don't last, but your home should. Peace. Two fingers.